Need a singular bit for the comically silent Emma.
I've been talking this whole time. I've been talking this whole time. Hi, internet people. Oh, it's been probably a couple years since I've kept it going that long. Oh my gosh. Hello, internet people. How are you? No, you guys don't understand. In like my first few weeks of streaming, I did that about 6 times. One time I spent the entire stream, I did like 10 whole games of Bed Wars with no noise whatsoever. I was a baby streamer. How have you guys been? All right, so I was telling you guys, you couldn't hear me. I have seen like little 2-second clips of things here and there. I have seen like the launcher art with Dahlia and someone who looks like Firefly but may not be Firefly. I'm I can't wait to see what happens. I know I saw an image of what looked like a sleepy Eon face over Penacony and eventually next to a bar, and it looked like Anna. So that's that. I've seen little like I said, like 2-second, half-second clips of little gameplay here and there, stuff like that. And then secret. And then Amber and I actually called out Amber specifically, like right when you joined chat. We were talking about Dahlia's identity and all of the people that she could potentially be, and it was very fun. All right. The Minecraft event went really well. I'm really happy. Yay! I'm so glad, Blue. All right, so as we do, we're gonna get into this, and as we have done in the past, we're gonna watch the trailer all the way through once to get the vibe, and then we're gonna go through it beginning to end and like stop and chop everything up. All right, let's see how this goes. Program is brought to you by the International Bees. We're back to the International Bees Corporation. All right, let's see. Hoyoverse. Woo.
Can you still remember where this journey began? Penacony, the land of the dreams. Someone might have made you forget some critically important information. Your memory of Penacony is incomplete.
Ooh.
A part of it has already been stolen.
Uh-oh.
We could be watched if we met anywhere else.
I'm gonna assume this is Dahlia's voice.
Where I can feel safe sharing secrets that should stay between us.
Yo, she's so cool.
The flame flickers ever stronger. This time, we are going to dig deeper.
Yo.
Let's now go back to where it all began. Think of that girl who can neither enter dreams nor wished to wake. Why?
Whoa,
did
propagation.
she slumber with you?
This is a good question.
It was a wish of the cosmos that set you in motion.
Ah, there
And in
she
the
is.
tale where
There they
you
are, I should
the
say.
Protagonist. The stars themselves will defy the destiny of finality.
Yo.
Can I take your arm and awaken your memories?
This is
Even
insane.
after paying such a heavy price, we only get one shot at this.
If embracing faith is also a form of resistance, then this time I shall embrace death!
Yo, okay.
Can you still remember where this journey began? Penacony. The land of the dreams. Someone might have made you forget some critically important information.
I didn't. How did that happen?
Your immunity in Lamau.
I didn't do that. What the? I didn't touch that. What happened to that control? Check your port? I don't know what that even means. I'm sorry. She became the third
mute.
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, where did I start? Where, like, since when have you not been able to hear me? What was I talking about? I'm gonna be keeping an eye on that freaking level from here on out. You just started replaying the trailer. Okay. It stopped when you rewound. Let me test a thing.
Can you...
I feel like there's a keybind or something. I am double checking. No, I think we're good. That's so weird. Okay. So we'll just do this, and I'm gonna be...
remember where this journey began?
Okay, what I was saying was that this confused me when I first heard Dahlia start talking, because I thought they like changed Black Swan's voice actress or something, and it made me really, like 2 seconds I was like, no, and then I realized, and then my boy Aventurine, the urge to say Emma, you're my don't do that. No, don't do that. Oh
Land
gosh.
of the dreams.
Woo.
Someone might have made you forget some critically important information.
Okay, so this is what I was saying. Like in the special program, like earlier, like their like anniversary one, it's like they said they were trying to say that it was like they were going back to Penacony to try and like make they had some things that they wanted to like fix because the wrap up hadn't been quite as good as they wanted it to be, and I personally think that they are doing an advanced technique called lying right there, because there have been hints that there has been stuff that we have forgotten and our memory has been tampered with since Penacony, since 2.0. Okay. And I've talked about this a couple places. I have a friend who kind of enlightened me to this named Husk. I don't know if Husk is in chat right now. I don't think they are. But Husk had been telling me about this, like, and I started making some connections on my own. I don't remember at this point how much of this is Husk's and how much of this is mine. Some of your memories are stolen as a secret code for retcon. No, they have been planning this out. They've been planning this out. It's not a retcon. It's not a retcon. This is a plan. They had information that they could not give us before Amphorius, is my guess, because it would have made certain things about Amphorius either too easy to guess or too... I don't know what the word would be in this case, but there was information that they did not want to give us before Amphorius, most likely. So this is fascinating. I think this has been planned from the beginning. Okay, thanks, Amber. I will enjoy hearing about it. So yeah, I think what they've been doing, like, okay, my guess is that we're gonna be going back and learning a little more. 'Cause Firefly's 3 deaths felt a little weird. Like, this wasn't death, you know? Like, a couple of them, it wasn't really a death. So, like we're missing one. We're missing one. So that's going to be fascinating to hear more about that. It did happen. So my guess is that the end result of we move on to Amphorius and everything, I don't think that has changed because we are just kind of going back into our memories and like learning what happened, what really happened there. But so I think at the end of it, I don't think anyone's gonna be dying. It kind of made it look like, oh wow, we're gonna be was someone's going to be dying here. It looked like Firefly, something happened to her. It's like, I don't think that's what's going on, because by the end of it, everyone was okay.
Hello there.
Where are we missing memories? Like at what point in Penacony? The 2 cycles before that one. Here's the thing about Penacony. They have been doing cycles before Amphorius for a while, and I think this is why they didn't want to tell us before Amphorius happened. Oh, by the way, you can have like all of these cycles in the past. Penacony and Amphorius are very similar stories. If you remember back like on the very first scene when we entered Penacony and we met Acheron, she goes, ugh, not another one. And then when we get reset after fighting Sunday, she goes, ugh, not another one again. Okay? But what that not another one is what it seems in that context is she is saying, oh, we're going through another cycle. Great. But what that would imply is that when she said that also the first time we went there, which means that we had gone through a cycle before that we don't remember. And also, there are 2 separate times in Penacony, in the Penacony arc, where we have a weird, like, flash forward. There's a moment, like, right during the warp. Wait, I'm going to show you guys. Because I can do that. Star Rail Penacony 2.0. Cutscenes. Okay.
The train is about to
So this is Noxus Gaming. I'm gonna use Kalis today. It's right during the warp. Wait.
4, 3, 2.
And this is before we have entered Penacony at all. So what? Are we seeing the future?
3.
And we meet Acheron, meet Firefly. We meet Robin. This is before we have met any of them, okay? And then all of a sudden we're here with Acheron. Yeah. Acheron asking if we've met before makes sense in this context. She's trying to see if we remember. Acheron is the only one whose memory does not get tampered with in these loops. And I'm going to skip ahead. She sends us back to the dreamscape. And then when we enter the dreamscape, it happens kind of again. It's a little more iffy.
What are you doing?
Wait.
Ebb and flow. Just focus on breathing and imagine you're in paradise.
Okay. We also have a Belobog flashback before we jump to Eurylos 6. I think the story is a big part of my big Akivili flashback. It could be. And this was like the first time that we see... No, we had met Misha before this. We had met Misha before this. But Misha is literally in this flash here. But what this implies is that there was at least one cycle before we got to like the Penacony thing. So we have one cycle we don't remember. The second one, which is our playthrough, at the very least, there may be a second one even before that first one. And then we are defeated by Sunday and we restart just from the beginning of that Sunday boss fight with the help of Black Swan and Acheron. And so, yeah, I think that that's what they're gonna dig into here is there was in that second little kind of playthrough, that was Enna's dream. Like we had gotten trapped in the dream before. And I think that's what they're going for here. I think this is what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be seeing, like, basically a new Penacony playthrough. Our first round, probably.
Can you still remember where this journey began?
Like recurring dreams.
Penacony,
Yeah, it's dream cycles.
The land of the
Samsara,
dreams.
something like that.
Someone might have made you forget some critically important information.
Okay.
Your
What was that? We were in that little space. Acheron did the sword thing. There you are. Hello. And that does look like Sam. A little part there that I don't remember, but that looks like Sam.
Your memory
That mirrors the time close to the end when Acheron pulls us up.
of Penacony is incomplete. A part of it
So
has
Firefly.
already been stolen.
What is going on here? So something did happen to Firefly. And this is Sam. This is not the thing we see on the launch page. And I know that there have been a lot of people that say it is Firefly. It's just like a new version of her. And I don't think that's true for one simple reason. They're not marketing it. Unless they're going to talk about like a new Sam skin something, or like a new Firefly character. What do you call it? Is it an SP? Yeah. Then that's not Firefly. So this is interesting. I don't know. I mean, either way, they're not marketing it, which is kind of crazy. Is it Dahlia's? I don't know. Is Dahlia part of the Glamoth Iron Cavalry? This is my first time going through this. I'm not looking at chat because I don't want any spoilers. But
We could be
so this is from Everflame Mansion, I think it looks like. Black Swan absolutely has a connection to Everflame Mansion. I don't talk about that one before because I'm kind of confused by it. But you know how you've got her cards? You've got her... She's got a Black Swan card that she uses to represent herself. And then she also has a card of a princess with pink hair that she uses for herself, which means that she is probably a child of an Ostrava in some capacity. And that's also part of what I use to link her to Mirror Princess, because that picture is like used as a mirror. It's kind of, it transforms into her and all this different stuff. But right alongside those two cards, there is another card that she uses to represent herself multiple different times, and it is of Duke Inferno. So my thing has been kind of, I have not drawn attention to it because I just didn't understand it yet, and I wanted to have more information and all of this stuff. It could refer to Constance, but then why does Black Swan use it to represent herself? You know? And referencing a theory that Amber came up with, it could be that they are both shards, quote unquote, of Rosalina. You know that I have, like, that's one of my earliest theories. It's like my third theory that I ever made, that Black Swan is Rosalina. And Black Swan seems to be extremely, like, they are just shy of coming right out and saying it, that she is the Mirror Princess that's in Clocky's like the Clocky cartoons and all this, that's Rosalina. But she doesn't look like her because she takes the form that she remembers her mother having. Now, Dahlia, on the other hand, looks just like Rosalina, plus red eyes. And with some little details that Amber told me, it could work. So I don't know. Either way, she has some connection. She has some connection to Duke Inferno. And I'm curious about what they're gonna do with this. They don't waste information, usually. Sometimes it can fade into the background, but it always connects to something. And this is one thread doesn't really connect to anything yet. And I'm curious, where is this? So it's like a Fugue and Sunday got split. Yes, exactly. Rosalina, multiple times it is said that she shattered, just like the Eons, like see my most recent video. It's said multiple times that she shattered, and it is, of course, in the context of the Clocky cartoons. That is allegory, so it may not have been she is literally shattered. It could have just been because in the Clocky cartoons she's represented as a mirror and she got hurt or she died. All the children of Anostrava split in half. Oh, Amber. You are not incorrect. That's interesting. Thought they were reflections. Amber, what have you done? Okay. Yeah, the 3 children of Anacerva that we know of right now are Black Swan, March, and Cyrene. And we know that Cyrene and March have split in 2. This would make sense. This would make sense. Okay. I am going to keep my eyes open for this now. Yeah, I see why, Fury. Oh my goodness. Black Swan isn't a child of Anacerva. I literally just explained why she is. I'm going to prove it to you. The children of Anacerva are all people gifted with remembrance. Women with pink hair. Black Swan is gifted with remembrance. Black Swan trailer. Lullaby. Oh, that's the trailer music. Okay. Now. Split reflection or a mirror, that would make sense too. So what happens? Black Swan, she has 2 cards that she uses to represent herself, and this is in multiple places. It is also in her Remembrance of Past Dreams, Myriad Celestia, or maybe it's Moment Among the Stars. And I'll show you here at the end especially. I'm going to turn this down because I know the music's loud. I love the music, but it's loud. Okay. This is how it ends. Duke Inferno, like I said. You got the Duke Inferno thing. Wait a second. Is that Duke Inferno? Wait a second. That's not Duke Inferno, is it? I've been assuming. Okay. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in just a little bit. Just a second. I'm sorry. I'm doing like 50 things at once right now. My brain is taking me everywhere. If I don't... Okay. Let's start here. We do have imagery of Black Swan literally shattering. Let's start here.
The truth does not lie. Neither
No,
do
duh.
memories.
Okay? Now, I want you to pay attention to this. First off, Duke Inferno. We've got everyone else here. But even before we see everyone else, we've got Duke Inferno here. We've got the Black Swan card here with the crown. And then we've got the pink princess. Okay? Now, the pink princess is... I'm going to assume that it's Black Swan because the Black Swan and the pink princess are wearing the same crown. Okay? We are told that Black Swan, this is not what she actually looks like. This is not her original form. Okay? Memo keepers are able to alter their appearance based on just how they want to appear. And she, explicitly, we are told this, took the form of her mother. Her mother also had some kind of memory-shattering disease or whatever. In the fact that she has a mother, rather than like March and Cyrene, they just kind of came into being, could mean that she is descended from the child of Anacerva. It's an inherited thing.
The demon is in the bottom right of this image too.
It is. It's right here. Right there. I noticed. But what I am thinking about this is these are 3 identities, more or less. Something happened. I'm wondering if it is her literal mother or someone who just took care of her. You know, it is possible for it to be her mother in the sense that it was someone who adopted her, like March and the other kids kind of consider Himiko mom. So is it her actual biological mother? We don't know. What we do know that is that she became a memo keeper and decided this is what she wanted to look like. Her original form, we can guess, based on the card she has, is that she had pink hair and all of this. So this is interesting. We've got Duke Inferno here, and then we have this. I have assumed that this is Duke Inferno this entire time, but I'm not so sure anymore. Okay. Let's go back to her trailer real quick. She's associated with mirrors all over the place as well, which means that's what I have been basing She's Mirror Princess on. It's everywhere. She's got her Black Swan card again. Haha. Shatter. It's great. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Is there anything else? Yeah, they use this as a mirror. You've got her, and then you've got her mirrored in it. Like, this is how they introduce her to us, is in the mirror. And at this point in time, the Garden of Recollection wasn't associated with mirrors. We only knew of Miss Mirror. And so that's what I'm basing this on, is based on this point in time, that was what they were associating her with. I'm trying to make, this is why I have to script my videos, because if I don't, then I will just go on rambling for ages and ages, and I will never get anywhere. But yeah, she's, the pink hair and all of that, we can assume that she is also a pure child of Anacerba. She's just taken this appearance for now. Okay.
Penacony, the land of the dreams. Someone might have made you forget some critically important information.
Okay.
Your memory of Penacony is incomplete.
It's been Dahlia.
Part of it has already been stolen. We could be watched if we met anywhere else.
Okay. This looks a little bit like Everflame Mansion that we see in, what is it, scene 47? Just a little bit. But the blue flames make me think that this is Dahlia's thing. Okay. Interesting.
This is the only place where
This is beautiful. I'm gonna assume that this is also within Penacony. We're seeing kind of the weird little, like the hallmarks of Memoria, and we've got a building here that looks like it's on Penacony. Beautiful.
I can feel safe.
Okay, we've got Nanook. We've got, this is absolutely Dreamscape. We've got this here. I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing the weird barbed wire wrapped ones of these from March's trailer here somewhere. I don't think I saw any in, sorry, not March's trailer, Evernight's trailer. Looks like the love child of Penacony and Emphoria, so you're not wrong. Yeah.
Secrets that should
Here she is.
stay between us.
So, and she's got the Rosalina appearance. She's got the Rosalina appearance.
The flame flickers ever stronger.
She's even got like purple in her hair. The one thing that Rosalina doesn't have is Rosalina doesn't have horns.
We are going to dig deeper. Let us now go back to where it all began.
Okay. So this is the apocalyptic shadow symbol. And it looks like this is like the terminus thing. Wait. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. Was it another cycle? Or was it that time got turned back like it did with Cyrene? Either Black Swan or Dahlia did it. Remember at the end of 3.7, we failed, and then it got turned back and we tried again, basically. I think that's what happened on Penacony too, and we just don't remember it. And we do kind of remember it. It is kind of what happened. We lost and then we came back, but I think it happened a second time too. Okay. Okay.
Think of that girl who could.
What is that symbol? What is this? What is this? So yeah, this is probably something to do with Terminus. What is this right here? Oh, it's clock hands. It's clock hands. Okay, okay. So yeah, hour and minute. Got it. Okay.
Girl who can neither enter dreams nor wished to wake.
Okay. So we are given an explanation for how she entered the dream, and it's in her light cone description. It like she had to physically enter the memory zone in order to be able to enter the dream. Yeah. This is propagation as heck. What are you doing here? What's the good word instead of sir or ma'am? Being. What are you doing here? And what do you have to do with Firefly being able to enter the dream? Is it because the propagation also has hallucinogen abilities? I don't know. What are they doing propagating? Unfortunately, they don't appear to be. It's just an egg. I don't know.
Awake.
Firefly. And it. That would be awful. That would be freaking awful for Firefly to have to like. That is like the only way to enter the dream is like the hallucination things about the swarm itself. Okay. So this right here has some very strange. It looks like the demon on the card.
It was a wish from the cosmos that...
It looks like the demon on the card. Do you see what I'm saying? Ooh. A SAM unit with propagation elements. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure where to categorize. I don't think this is Firefly. I truly don't. My guess is it's something that Firefly has to fight, but what are you? Who are you? Because there's someone in that armor. Dang. I don't know where to put this in my brain. Based on the card, it has a link to Black Swan. Demon on what card? Watch the VOD. I'm not going back to explain this a second time. I'll get so sidetracked. Okay, yeah, same colors and everything. I thought that the thing on the card was Duke Inferno, but this, like, it's got horns. It's got all the stuff. Okay.
You in motion.
Enna the Order.
And in the tail...
And they're... Oh! He's got his cornerstone with him this time. Interesting. Okay. Isn't Firefly most likely? Yeah, what I was saying before I was watching stuff was that it was probably Jade. Just as, like, based on stuff. It could still be Jade. The fact that the IPC is here in this and Jade has been keeping a close eye on Aventurine lately. It's not unlikely in my head. If you remember Aventurine gave us a coin, like back in 2.0, and he didn't get it back until the end of the Penacony arc. He heard everything. He heard everything that we said. That was a recording device. And he gave it to Jade. And so, at the very least, that was how Jade found out who Firefly is. It would not surprise me one bit if she comes in to try and do something, because she also has propagation vibes. It's kind of all over her stuff. It's just not insect coded. She is the mother. She's adopting these like kids. She's the matriarch of this kind of little dysfunctional family system. She's like, with all of the kids on her card, her real name is Eve, which means mother of all the living. She's got propagation coding all over her. It's just not the typical propagation coding that we see in this. So I don't know. FNAF was peak awesome. I haven't seen it yet. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay. Actually, anything about it? Do we have propagation followers that aren't full on evil? Not yet. We've got some that are closer to neutral. Even Jade is a little more neutral in this situation. There are a few things that push her a little closer to evil. A few glaring issues. Having to do with ownership of other human beings. But yeah. So it could still be Jade, but it's looking a lot closer like it has a connection to Black Swan, and therefore it could also have a connection to Dahlia if this whole Child of Anacerva mirrored beings thing is true. So that's fascinating. That's actually really fascinating. Okay, I'm wondering what this is in the background here. Just a second, I want to go look at our... There. They woke up, is what I'm seeing here. They woke up and split off from Xipe, is what we're seeing here. That would have not have been a good thing. As much as I, at this point, kind of don't like Xipe. But yeah. One of the tests, they could bring the propagation back to the dream world before trying in the real world. That's fair. Okay. Is there a connection with how the Fate event had the propagation servant? Only a connection to the IPC. But not really. It just had to do more with how people see OT Alfalfa, but he is also an economist who has a lot of links to the IPC. People see him as IPC representation. Yeah. So, all right. Went back to check that first Firefly Myriad Celestia. None of the Sams matched up with the unknown Sam 3.7. Yeah, someone could have modified their armor. I have been saying Jade is the Sam at the very end, the older model one that comes out of the suit before, like after everyone else leaves. I still kind of believe that, but we'll see. All right.
And in the tale where you
Sorry, that's not Firefly, that's Sparkle.
are the protagonist,
Silverwolf, Robin.
the
Robin and Sparkle, okay. Got a little team up here. That's actually really cool. Is Robin is kind of in control of the Oak family for the most part. And Sparkle was her body double. Like Sparkle was the one that we interacted with in those early days on Penacony. So I kind of like the two of them being friends. That kind of that's a fun idea to me, actually.
The stars themselves will defy.
The stars themselves will what?
Will defy the destiny of finality.
The stars themselves will. Who is that? That's Kafka. That's Kafka speaking. Interesting. Oh, and we finally get to see the button pressed, don't we? Whoa! So that's Sam. Sam leaving the swarm? What the heck is going on here? I am sorry. Is she running or leading? I have no clue. Got Robin. Robin doing the
Can I take
the pose. That is a giant hand. That's Enna's hand. Who is this?
Can I take your arm?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm convinced now. In what happened on Penacony is pretty much what happened on Amphorius is we fought Sunday. I think this is Sunday here. We failed. Sunday summoned Enna. It caused an apocalypse, and then we rewound time and took another go at it. That's I feel bad for him. I think that's what's going on here.
And awaken.
And then who is this? It's that weird Sam
And
again.
awaken your memories.
Okay. We've got Dahlia. We've got an explosion. Swarm bugs shattering something in space. I think this is Sam here, yeah?
Even after paying such a heavy price.
Silver Wolf. What are we seeing here? It's the layers of the dream. Yeah, we're seeing the layers. Look at this. Reality. We've got something here. I don't know what this is. We've got the dreamscape right here. You see this? We've got like elements of the Penacony. Looks like the golden hour. And then we've got the Sea of Nihility.
Only get one shot at this.
And then Firefly.
If embracing faith is also a form.
That is Jade. We're gonna actually get to see Jade in action. Sparkle. So she is gonna be here. Oh! Yep. Okay. There she is, look. It literally, they're using her. I don't know if this is meant to be a transition between two characters or it is like the same shot. She is using her hand, she's summoning fire, and what does she summon? The thing. Okay. So Jade. Okay, if this is what is actually going on, I predicted this months ago. Okay. I want to get a good look at this thing. Dang, man.
Then this time.
And then Firefly is taking. Is she trying to take a Stellaron?
I shall embrace death.
Okay. I think that's what's going on. Okay, so now we've got Dahlia, looking gorgeous. We've got, I'm gonna say it's Jade for now. And then we've got this thingy thing here. Yeah, the interesting thing about the original Penacony, everything that kind of played out, we never saw the Stellaron. We never did. It's implied that Sunday kind of used it for stuff, but we never saw it. Hello, Elio. Isn't the cat the representative? Yeah, that's Elio. So, it could just be we may not see Elio. Actually, it's implied that Elio actually narrated the final credits of Penacony. If you remember, go back and check it out if you haven't. So maybe he's been a little more involved in this than we even knew. Firefly also did what Cocolia did, put it in her heart, and we did too. Either way, I don't think Firefly is dying. I do not think Firefly is dying in this. There's one specific reason. Well, if she does die, she's not going to stay dead. There is one very, very specific reason. One, we've already got a time turn back thing that's going on here. Having to happen with it's the Children of Remembrance have a habit of being able to turn back time, and so I'm guessing either Dahlia or Black Swan, like we said. Either that or we make a deal with Jade. That would be interesting. But what was I saying? Yeah, there's one very specific reason that I don't think Firefly is dying. Is there is a very large implication that just like we have the Chrysos heirs that challenge the Titans directly on Amphorius, there is a group of people that challenge the Eons directly in the real world. If you remember at the end of the On the Journey video, their second anniversary video, go watch that if you haven't. They have a thing at the end where it flashes 13 specific characters. Jing Liu is one of them. We know in a alternate timeline, Jing Liu may have become a Lord Ravager. Firefly is also one of them. Aventurine, Sunday, and Robin. And there are a handful of others. They did not choose those characters arbitrarily, and there are multiple situations where that same set of characters is used, and it seems like they're getting powered up or walking on the stars or something. So I think those 13, including us, are the flame chasers of the outside universe. So I don't think Firefly is dying. I think she might die, and then the time, like we turn back time again and it comes back, and she comes back. Or if she does, it will be her taking on an Eon. That sounds so wild right now. I don't think we're nearly far enough in the story for that. But okay. And Robin confirms this is after Penacony. I assume you mean Silver Wolf, but yes, you're correct. So yeah, I assume I don't think Firefly is dying. Is basically kind of like the underlying thing there. But yeah. Okay. Firefly didn't die in this quest and she's alive in the future. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. And that's kind of comforting. I don't like the thought of Firefly dying. If only for the reason that it would make RP world hell for a little while. Let's do this. Comatose in the medical pod though, yeah, not great. Don't forget, wait, no, these have already been done. I hope you claimed it. Exactly, Fury. For context, I run a Stell account, and Fury runs a Firefly account, and our two characters are dating. So, but yeah, it would be bad. It would be so bad. It would be so bad. But let's keep going. We can do angst. We can do angst though with what they give us. It's gonna be fun. But actual death, nah, I would not survive. Ooh, this music is interesting. Very Penacony. The piano is super What is this? Looks like piano keys. No, it looks more like a stained glass window. You love black cats. I used to have a black cat. I've had several. The most recent was Rascal. Tragedy is romantic. It can be. Sometimes it's just tragic. Right. Albert, what do you have for us? Kalis, wait. A Kalis and Pela shipper. That's a bit of a rare ship. I don't think I've heard of that one before. I could see it, possibly. It's not the one that I see most, though. It's cute. I like it, though.
Ooh, and whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Yay!
Welcome to the version 3.8. Memories are the prelude to dreams. Special program.
I'm your I like the memories are prelude to dreams. I like that tagline.
Long time no see, friends. I'm Robin. A pleasure to meet you all again. I'm Firefly.
Yay!
I'm Constance. You may also call me the Dahlia.
She's so cool.
Welcome, guests. Being together
Her wings
with
flap
you
now.
really reminds me of the time I spent producing this show in Penacony. And in this version, we too shall once again return to Penacony, the land of the dreams. The bustling avenue of sweet dreams.
Yeah, I get that nice where I get it. It's cool, I like it.
Oh, it all seems like it was just yesterday.
But I can already feel that there's something completely different in today's show.
Yeah, it's
Unlike
crazy.
Before, it's eerie. full of mystery.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. We've just seen a ton of images in that version trailer that didn't fit our memories.
Totally. For example, there seems to be a lot more to Miss Firefly's trip to Penacony than what we already know.
Mm-hmm.
The Dream Master, who hid behind the scenes and only ever showed himself using a raven, also seems to have some profoundly dark secrets.
I didn't see anything about the Dream Master in that, but that's cool. Oh, by the way, someone mentioned to me, I don't remember if this was on Discord. It was in my YouTube comments. That's where it was. A really astute observation by someone. You remember in the end, there's a point where Sunday is like on our side in 2.3, and then by the end of it, he completely switches over. He goes to talk to the Dream Master in that time when he switches, and do you remember what happens during that? It's not just that he's talking to the Dream Master's raven, is that there is a bunch of dead ravens all around him. And Sunday has feelings about dead birds. There's a little bit of trauma there. That is a freaking trigger for him. And yeah, that was very eye-opening to me when someone pointed that out in my comments. I don't remember who it is. It's under my Sunday video though. So yeah, it was just a whole level of, oh, he got messed up in this. So yeah, I'm just like, I am just really hoping that Gopherwood didn't do that on purpose. I'm really hoping, but it seems less than unlikely. Less
There's
unlikely
something else
than
I'm very
something, I don't know.
interested in. That Black Glamoth's Iron Cavalry Knight in the trailer?
Mm-hmm.
What's that about?
Weird.
Poor
Don't
Fly.
remember seeing any of this in Penacony.
Yeah.
Was it so long ago that I'm starting to forget what happened?
Maybe your memories are indeed having problems.
That's I'm sorry, I'm going to be pausing a lot. That's interesting. The first time that we heard from Jade in all of this was after Aventurine, quote unquote, died. And she says that little poem, I come to claim, I come to bring poison in the guise of fresh dew, all for the Amber Lord. And that was kind of unexpected, but this means that she was on Penacony and doing things on Penacony before we even knew. This is interesting.
Truth. The Trailblazers' memories were incomplete, despite being the heart of this storm. Some of their memories' most important parts have already been stolen.
What? How?
Don't worry. I'm here to help the Trailblazer regain these memories.
Was it Black Swan? It very easily could have been Black Swan. Do you remember she gave us that card and then took it back? And she was talking about, oh, your memories are so important and all this. Your memories are so important. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. We wouldn't even know if our memories had been taken in that case.
Awesome.
If it was her.
With the Dahlia here, everything will be all right. Oh? Do you two know each other? Yeah. The Dahlia is super reliable.
She yoink our memories back
to
before?
Complete some missions without her.
Under the guidance of my abilities, the Trailblazer will piece together a more complete timeline for the Penacony story.
I'm pretty sure that she's the one who took our memories before we put on the space station. That would be
recalling
super
their
interesting.
memories.
Now that I think about it, there were indeed some loose threads that were never tied up in Penacony's story.
Same on Amphorius, by the way. Did we ever? Here's the interesting thing about Amphorius specifically is freaking Evernight. The remembrance is everywhere, and I don't like it. Think about this. We did a whole thing. We got trapped in path space, and Evernight let us out, and Evernight just gave us the core flame of world bearing. The one that we carried all the way to the end was the one that Evernight gave us. We don't know what the heck she did to it. We have no clue. None at all. And it was never explained. She just had it. So, I don't know what to think of that. But after her saying something about she would talk about alive and just dormant. I think it's a DID situation. It's kind of implied that it is in a text message from March where there's an actual like alternate personality going on, which love the representation. But yeah, it's who. She docked your memory saying you had the core flame when you didn't. See, here's the thing though. It's all of this is really, it's like how and why then? How did things play out like they did with this? And she talked about finding a different way for Amphorius to move forward. We convinced her to follow March's plan, but she kind of gave in pretty easily. And I feel like she had already enacted her plan at that point. It was weird. It was really weird. It's really strange. I don't know. Doing hers would have killed March. Fair. I still feel like there's more to that than meets the eye. It didn't connect quite right. To me, anyway. There was something else I was going to say, but I don't remember it. Let's just keep going here.
Then, my gathered guests, come. Let us unravel this web thread by thread. Firstly, the story started with
The Astral Express receiving an invitation to join Penacony's Charmony Festival.
Afterward, the crew's mission was
To find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony,
Nice.
then answer the question of why does life slumber?
Yay.
after some fun time. The vibe of the story took a nosedive because of
Firefly.
The deaths of Firefly and Robin.
Indeed. But think back. Did we miss anything?
Yes, we did.
For example, who killed Robin?
It was implied that it was also Sleepy in Gallagher. I've got a couple shorts I'm going to release about that train wreck. I still believe that the brains behind the operation is Sleepy and Gallagher is a bit of a mask. That would fit everything I know about something unto death and the whole thing. Gallagher is interesting. He references Rosalina on more than one occasion. There's one time specifically where he says something about unfinished business. No, I'm gonna slander this particular 13-year-old all I want, because he's not freaking 13. And I don't know how many of you have seen this. I still mostly stand by that video that I made 2 years ago. I highly suggest you go look at it. It's the dream isn't over. It literally, I was right about that too. Oh my goodness, the dream isn't over. It's that Black Swan video talking about who Rosalina is, who Black Swan is, who Mirror Princess is. And in that video, I came out with the thing is, there's the year-old context. Nah, I don't believe it. He's a liar. My gut feeling to this day is that he is the embodiment of the unknown. We already know he's a follower of the Enigmata. He's not going to be honest about anything, at least not up front. There are some followers of the Enigmata who do their best to kind of reveal the truth in roundabout ways. But in that case, everything that they say has to be taken as a riddle. So him being 13 years old, it means nothing. Except that there is something behind the number 13. Speaking of, 13 is the number of death in tarot. So, yeah, it's my thought that he is the embodiment of the unknown and Sleepy. This meme, this something unto death meme is how do I put this? I'm gonna release a short about this. I've already done all the research on it. The script is there. I just haven't recorded it and done the final stuff of it. He is a parallel to what is called a church grim. So in olden times, when you had like a church, you get someone who would be buried in the cemetery, there was a suspicion that the first person who is buried in the cemetery would kind of be the guide for souls afterwards. And so it was tradition to bury a dog first in the cemetery, and the dog would guide someone into the afterlife. And this dog would take the form of a black dog in the afterlife, and it would be called a grim or a church grim. Is the guardian of the dead. It is the ferryman of the underworld of sorts, and that is a role that is taken up by both Gallagher and Sleepy to different capacities. So I think they are the same person. I think Sleepy is the actual person. And yeah. The dog also just protected the church as well, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, he's the Grim of Penacony. He's the hound. But yeah, there's a lot of implications tying him to Rosalina specifically. And if he is also the embodiment of the unknown that I talked about in that video, then that would mean that she was the one who eventually defeated him. He does not like her. So yeah, it's interesting. Gallagher is young but looks older, like how Misha is old but looks younger. No, none of that. Gallagher is ancient. Gallagher is ancient. He used the number 13 only because it's a representation for death. And his meme is called the something unto death. So, when you kind of substitute death for 13, all he's saying is I am death. Destroyer of worlds. Okay, let's keep going. I've rambled enough.
Back then, Sunday had believed that Gallagher was the culprit, since Gallagher was the one who instructed Sleepy to cause multiple disappearances in the sweet dream.
Or the other way around.
But I must also remind everyone that Gallagher never admitted responsibility.
Yeah, we never got anything
Could it have
super
been
concrete.
someone else? But it was actually thanks to such misfortune that I managed to reach Dreamflux Reef and uncover deeper truths.
Was it
So the goal of that...
Was it Jade? Then. I'm just thinking back on that scene, and there's a specific, we see the wound in Robin's chest, and there's a specific color to it. You know? It's got that weird kind of this look. You see what I'm saying? Believe that Dr. Primitive should be kicked out of the Genius Society for his crimes? Noose doesn't seem to care much about morality. It's more about who is doing crazy things to further knowledge. Aventurine was at the scene of that crime. He was, but he doesn't use a blade that could do that. He more just like squashes people with coins.
A hidden operator is truly elusive.
That's definitely
Sparkle?
suspicious.
She knew Robin was dead before like anyone else. It would have to be someone who has a connection to Sparkle. Unless it doesn't. Here's the thing. Sparkle was taking on the role of Robin since way before Robin was... Okay. Let me lay this timeline out. I think that Robin was missing since before we even got to Penacony, and they hired Sparkle to step into the role for a little while. Personally, I think that Robin never even lived past the accidentally getting hit in the neck. There is a possibility that she has been a memo sprite this entire time. Sorry, not a memo sprite, a memetic being. But we do know that it was Sparkle kind of embodying her. Like, ever since she got into Penacony, it was weird. Maybe it was San Petronio, the Astral Express. Actually, you know what? I take that back. The only thing that actually sets Robin apart from Sparkle, she has, like, the harmony abilities. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop talking on this because the longer I talk, the more I'm seeing holes in this logic and also weird connections to other things, and I need to... How far are we into this? 12 minutes!
Let's move along with the story for now. As we continue to investigate Penacony, we learn the truth The ones behind all the chaos weren't the family at all.
It could have
but
been
the
Lewis.
surviving members of the Order.
Not as much as you think,
That's
Pokemon
right.
Master.
My
There's a lot.
brother and Mr. Gopherwood, that is, the Dream Master, tried to drag Penacony into Enna's dream to manifest an eternal paradise.
To think that the bright visions of a 7-day holiday crumbled to dust! It truly breaks my heart.
As for the Dream Master of Penacony, I heard that his body was destroyed in an accident, and he could only continue his existence in the sweet dream.
Yeah, I can actually talk about this because I read all of these readables recently. So he apparently, like when he was younger, he was actually decent. He was an okay dude. Depending on which source you read. But there was a time where he was trying to bring a little more order to Penacony because it had been a bit wild, had been a little bit like the Wild West. They had their, I think it was during the pioneering era. There were a lot more like Galaxy Rangers who came to Penacony. There was a lot going on. And he started cracking down on them a little bit, saying, hey, you can't climb on the roofs. You can't, please, we're hiring you to do this job. Please deliver the product to us, all this different stuff. And riots started, okay? Riots started and it ended in someone setting fire to the Reverie Hotel. And he went in or was trapped inside. We don't exactly know how he ended up in the building. It's some sources try and portray him as more sympathetic. Some sources try and portray him as a victim. Some say like, oh, he went in to rescue people. Some say, oh, he just got trapped inside. He burned to death, basically. And the only thing that remained is this crow. The raven. So yeah. It's not great.
It's been so long since he put himself in the limelight like this. It's quite unusual. What kind of secrets will this end up exposing?
Yeah.
It seems that Enna's dream wasn't as simple as it seemed,
No.
and the Dream Master's machinations in the dreamscape were more deliberate than we thought.
Either way, everyone still worked together to shatter the plots of the Order worshippers. And in the end, we got our happy ending. Right?
Well, at least for a certain person, the ending was a little different.
You mean?
Firefly?
I've been meaning to ask for a while. Miss Firefly was all curled up in a medical cabin in the Myriad Celestia video released earlier. It
Mhm.
feels like her entropy loss syndrome was getting worse.
Yeah, and Silverwolf even said the rest is up to her now. It's not looking good.
No, it's not.
What exactly are we missing here?
Let's take a step back. Firefly once told us that Elio's script said she would face 3 deaths in Penacony.
And we're kind of still missing
Later
one, aren't we?
on, Firefly walked toward her own battlefield after sending the Trailblazer off to the final stage, only to reappear before us on the Radiant Feldspar without a scratch.
Ah, okay.
But we know nothing about what happened between these 2 events.
That's a good point. We
If
never went into that.
everything is as we remembered, then why is Miss Firefly having such a crisis after leaving
Okay.
Penacony?
Also, what exactly did the 3 deaths in the prophecy mean?
The Trailblazer really doesn't have to know about all this.
The meaning of truth is never about knowing the truth itself. It's about what people gain in their pursuit of the truth, and how
Interesting.
they'll face the truth. Isn't that right? In
What
version
happens
3.8,
between 2.2 and 2.3? Between 2.2 and 2.3, I think it's going to be scattered from 2.0 to 2.4. There's within that gap of time, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of things that happen under the surface.
I'll be joining the Trailblazer to experience the story through Firefly's eyes.
Nice.
How she initially entered the dreamscape, how she met us during the story, and what battlefield she must face. All these questions will be answered one by one.
That's right. Firefly's exploration of the dreamscape was also far deeper than what we remembered. As we follow her footsteps, the family's seat of power, the dream of Gnawing Oak, will also surface from
The Dream of Gnawing Oak. Okay.
memories. It was
The Oak family has some dark secrets. I'm learning from like the Oh, hello. Who are you? Yeah, I'm learning from the readables. They have some dark secrets. So the Oak family literally kind of took over Penacony and ousted Mikhail to a point. I haven't gone into the full story there, but there is some political espionage and things that happened that we don't know a whole lot about. But yeah.
Once part of the Dulite Pavilion, but has long since been abandoned and sunk into the unknown depths of the Primordial Memory Zone.
Primordial Memory Zone. We're going into the Memory Zone? Okay, so, I talked about this in DMs with a couple people. You remember my most recent video? I talked about Harmony and Imaginary, and then we've got, Imaginary and Quantum. Penacony seems to be built in a space where the Memory Zone is they had to like seal it, is what they say in the previous stuff. What I'm thinking is going on is it's a space where the Sea of Quanta is like leaking into reality. Penacony is built on one. So is Amphorius, by the way. I think whenever we encounter memory zones, it's place where an apocalypse either has or will happen. Memoria leakage, yeah. So the memory zone, what we're truly doing is venturing either into or right on the edge of the Sea of Quanta. The reason why Xipe and is being used right there, why they have a base of operations there, is because Quantum and Imaginary are opposite forces. And so the only way to seal Quanta is with Imaginary. And so that's why the family is doing what they're doing. They're using the power of Harmony. It's keeping the Memoria at bay. But we can go deeper into it. So like a bubble universe? No. No, not exactly. There are bubble universes in Penacony. It's like, think about dream bubbles. There are bubble universes there. But Penacony itself is not a bubble universe. It's a plug in a leak, basically.
The oak trees growing wild and the derelict buildings combine to paint a rather oppressive scene.
Yeah, it's giving propagation again.
Even I have never seen this place. Did Mr. Gopherwood bury his secrets here?
He may have.
It does look very different from the solemn and dignified Dulite Pavilion we know.
Did Xipe ever try to harmonize Quanta and Imaginary? I don't think so. Trying to harmonize is, in its very nature, an imaginary ability that repels Quanta. So I don't know. It's Star Rail. The writers could do anything. But yeah.
Venturing deeper will show us a giant cocoon.
The Order followers use propagation to create Penacony? Could. Or their Penacony. See, more links between Penacony and Xipe. Between propagation and Xipe right there. That would make sense because it seems to, like, Penacony seems to be like just making more and more matter, more and more memoria to create it, and it started to sink. This hole, this weird leak has gotten too much to contain because it's just too much.
For the stately stained glass windows.
A cocoon? Could this place have something to do with the propagation?
Looks like it.
It's definitely possible. We know that Firefly used to belong to the Glamoth
Quantum and Imaginary. It's like oil and water. It's like
Jordan.
fire and water, okay? It's like fire and water. Either the water you add is gonna douse the fire, or it's gonna start boiling and evaporate completely.
The Stellaron Hunters. They were weapons produced by the Republic of Glamoth to fight against the propagation swarm. Soldiers with similar faces woke up in their incubators, and their short lives would be entirely spent fighting the swarm.
What a tragic destiny.
Firefly will face her past in this dreamscape.
Yay.
She will encounter an old friend, the other Glamoth Iron Cavalry Knight in the trailer.
Yay!
Harbinger of Death, Swarm Nightmare.
Okay. It's this thing. And we're pretty sure, based on a little bit of the framing we've been given, it may just be that it was attempt to transition between a couple characters, but we're pretty sure that's Jade. Okay.
That's odd. The Glamoth cavalry disappeared with the swarm's end, never to be heard from again. Where did this
I've got a video
warrior
about
come
that, by the
from?
way, if you want to see it. It'll say propagation veracity in the thumbnail, and it has Jade right there in the middle. I made a whole video about it.
And why did they appear in Penacony, a place far from the front lines?
And from the looks of it, this fighter doesn't seem to be a friend.
And without further ado, allow Albert to provide you.
I
with
have
more
wanted
intel about
to learn more about that
As
knight
a fellow Glamoth
specifically.
Iron Cavalry Knight.
Ooh. I wanted to learn about that knight specifically for a while, though. Either way, I am so happy. Whether it turns out to be Jade or not, I am so happy that we're learning about her.
Harbinger of Death, Swarm Nightmare fights in the same way as Sam. They ignite the battlefield and sweep up enemies in a firestorm.
The Iron Cavalry's gear is indeed very interchangeable, including the weapons mounted onto our armor.
What's different here is that after using the ability Gene Duplication, this Iron Cavalry can summon Juvenile Sting.
The swarm?
Juvenile Sting has many functions. It coordinates with the Iron Cavalry Knight in launching follow-up attacks, and also charges them. Once the Iron Cavalry Knight finishes charging, it'll immediately take action and use the powerful ability Primordial Tide Swarm of Death.
That's like, I love the wings unfurling here. That's beautiful. So whoever this is, if we were to like just kind of put Jade to the side for now, it looks like whoever this is decided to use propagation to keep themselves alive. Rather than like Firefly started following finality, this being started following propagation. Which we know Jade is linked to propagation, but let's put that aside. This would be an effective way to halt the entropy loss syndrome. It's fascinating.
Sounds like we need to prioritize eliminating Juvenile Sting to come out on top against this
How
foe.
does this link to Black
That's
Swan,
true.
though, is the question, because it's
It's
in Black
also
Swan's cards.
Easier said than done. After the Iron Cavalry Knight summons Juvenile Sting, they will apply the Rapid Evolution state to the Sting. Allied characters cannot deal crit damage when attacking targets that are under the Rapid Evolution state.
Then what should we do? It'll be much more difficult to defeat Juvenile Sting in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Not to worry, we've got ways to fight back. When the Iron Cavalry Knight summons Juvenile Sting, we can select one character and their summons to immediately take action and enter the Nemesis state. Any characters and their summons in the Nemesis state can ignore the enemy's Rapid Evolution state.
Please save the state for me whenever possible.
In other words,
I'll be
we
using
need
my
to get
break
the
team,
most
don't
out
worry.
of the Nemesis state and quickly get rid of all Juvenile Stings.
That's right. When all summoned Juvenile Stings are eliminated, the Iron Cavalry Knight will dispel gene replication and take more damage.
Yes.
Take this chance to dish out some heavy damage.
Thank you for this intel, Mr. Owlbert. As for why the dream of Gnawing Oak looks so dilapidated and what my past comrade has to do with this dreamscape,
All that will be revealed as the Trailblazers' memories return.
I'm so excited.
What's more, it'll also reveal the meaning behind the Trailblazers' recovery of this memory.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it'll interfere with the path of Finality's direction. Or perhaps it'll help you say a better farewell to a friend.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Firefly
I don't wanna
lives.
say farewell to anyone.
Firefly lives.
All right. Then we'll take a break, and we'll be back before you know it.
Nice. Okay. So, two possibilities. Either it is Jade, or it has to do with Black Swan, and it's gonna answer some questions about why Black Swan took our memories, if it is Black Swan that took our memories. Okay. This is gonna be fascinating. I am so excited. Also, I freaking love this music. Piano is very harmony coded, isn't it? Just like a tiny bit out of tune. You hear this? That's so cool. Penacony did have a pretty strong soundtrack. Yeah. They did really well with the Penacony soundtrack. I think in presentation, Penacony did better than Amphorius. As far as like the story goes and kind of the lore,
Constance the Dahlia.
I think that Amphorius did better, but not by much. Penacony, I feel like if they really stick the landing with this update especially, it could push Penacony up into better than Amphorius for me. There were just a couple things that kind of fell flat about Penacony, and part of it was the ending. But this right here is going to be fantastic.
Duke Inferno's child of greatest ambition. His most
Penacony's still my
child.
favorite location.
A conflagration that burned the Everflame mansion to cinders made her miss out on Penacony's stage. Memories scattered like ash, or the truth slumbered in destruction. Now, come with us to unveil the Dahlia's mysteries.
So, but this also explains why they didn't tell us about this sooner and why they would have had reason to keep this part of Penacony from us. I still believe there was like some previous cycle that something went crazy. Okay? Especially with like that thing with Sunday summoning Enna happened. If they had showed us that right before we went to Amphorius, we would have been on the lookout for cycles again, and we would have called it repetitive probably. But yeah, this is why. This is why. Interesting. Which is why, okay, by the way, whatever ends up happening, I don't know the new name for the planet, but the next planet that they've been talking about that has some they were having some difficulties with. Whenever we get to Elation coded stuff, they are going to throw all of their past stuff out the window, I believe. Wait, did Sunday summon Enna? Please watch the full VOD when I'm done with this. I can't explain the full thing over again, but yes. He did, and then we kind of turned back time and did it again. So at this point, Enna is not summoned. but they were summoned. I don't know why I still do that after years. Okay. Yeah. What was I gonna say? There was something I was gonna say. This bow. This bow is heckin' see-through. What are you? Thought Enna was gone for good. Nah, they're just asleep. They're just sleepy. They're just sleepy. Let me see if I can get them up here on screen. Nope, never mind. Too small. Why is Constance helping us? Isn't her dad dead? A little relic set? Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah, he is. But, I mean... How are we so sure that she doesn't want him dead? I mean, destruction. Destruction. The followers of Order are the ones who killed Robin. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that would be a perfect way for Gopher to push Sunday over the edge, wouldn't it? Banish her to the primal dreamscape. So Sunday does it to create a perfect dream. Killing the bird. Yet again. I'm gonna have such cool conversations with Husk about this, oh my gosh. He used Robin getting shot to push Sunday. Killing her would make sense. Yeah. Okay. I am liking Gopher Wood less and less. Okay. She's so cool. Oh my gosh. Do I need to jingle the keys? Nah.
The Dahlia first showed herself in the ceremonious declaration of war made by the Everflame Mansion against all factions present in Penacony.
Mm-hmm.
Duke Inferno and his children made declarations that they will prepare this beautiful
Sunday
dream
deserves it after the Charmony
to
Dove
welcome its new
incident?
masters
Nah,
from
dude.
Ventura.
Do you remember who guided him into the Charmony Dove stuff? It was Gopher Wood. Man, it's all Gopher. It's all Gopher.
Then, as luck would have it, they ran into Acheron. Plans that Duke Inferno prepared were abandoned before they even began.
I still have mixed feelings about Sunday, but
Yet
I
even so,
hate his dad
I
even
still
more.
made it to Penacony.
As Duke Inferno's daughter, Lady Constance's target was the Remembrance.
Mhm.
Does that mean her powers are also related to that path?
Indeed. I am currently a cremator with the ability to enkindle and fabricate memories.
Interesting.
Do you remember how Albert just ran over here and declared that he'll be promoted with a pay raise, as well as being moved to a key project as the host?
Don't have to mention that, boss. Didn't you make that decision yourself?
Really? Who knows?
Oh gosh.
When did she become Owlbert's boss?
Duh. Wait, something's wrong.
I see. What a perfect demonstration of these abilities.
All I see is a heartbreaking betrayal.
A little optimism might be wise. What if the information ends up being real?
I can't even tell what's real anymore.
Oh no.
Anyway, we know that the Dahlia's power involves fabricating non-existent memories. And Acheron never showing up, the Dahlia's opponent in Penacony would have been Black Swan from the Garden Recollection, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Black Swan. That name takes me back. We have a long history, you know.
Oh?
Obviously.
Were you two good friends?
It's hard to describe our relationship with simple words like good or friends.
Could be the same
Ours
person,
is a game
different
of
fragments of the
competitive
same person.
cooperation. But if the chance arises, neither of us would hesitate to set a trap for the other. So, compared to good friends, we're more like...
Good frenemies.
That's cute.
Correct. Or maybe we're fair weather friends. We once worked together in the Garden of Recollection, and are both privy to some secrets about the other.
Garden of Recollection? Aren't you a member of the Annihilation Gang?
Oh? Didn't I say that I too was a memo keeper once upon a time?
Interesting.
I betrayed the Remembrance and the Garden due to some differences in our ideals.
I've got thoughts
Earlier
about the Garden of
still.
Recollection. Again, I'll be putting this in a short. But, so you know how I said in my most recent video, there's this... I do think that in the end, it's gonna end up being all of them, most likely. Like all of these children of Inostrava kind of coming together and using the memories to create Fuli and then being sent out again. But, as far as they know, it can only be one of them. So my thought is that one of the children of Inostrava said, hey, it's gonna be me, and founded the Garden of Recollection specifically to make other people bring her memories so she could have all of the memories and she would be guaranteed to ascend as Fuli. And I don't know who that person is. My gut says it's Evernight, but I don't know for sure. I guess we'll find out.
I was also walking the path of destruction, only to betray it as well. These traces made of golden blood are the marks the destruction left on me. Now I walk the universe as a cremator, as well as a child of Duke Inferno, who ruled the Everflame Mansion in the Annihilation Gang.
Interesting.
Aren't you switching between jobs a bit too quickly?
What a dangerous woman. She keeps switching between the destruction and the remembrance.
We don't yet have a remembrance Lord Ravager, so, I mean...
Then does that mean she's betrayed the Everflame Mansion as well? Has she discarded the identity of Duke Inferno's child too?
Who knows? Perhaps the truth has long been scattered to the wind, along
Isn't
with
Evernight
the
against the
ashes of
garden? Yeah.
memory. But in Pentecost,
But, I mean, didn't the Memo Keepers also say the Child of Anaserva betrayed us? It's possible that Evernight said, nah, we're not doing this anymore. And left on her own. Who knows?
the truth and the memories that were lost hold special meaning not only for the Trailblazer, but for me as well.
Indeed. During the story of the version 3.8 finality mission, the Dahlia will help us regain the cremated memories and complete the entire Penaconian trailblazing expedition.
Woo!
For those whose memories of the story have grown a bit hazy, this is the perfect opportunity to revisit it and gain a deeper grasp of what really happened.
Wait, okay, so is this what... Ooh, I see what they're doing. They've got our regular Fates Atlas timeline up here, and then underneath here we've got the thing that runs parallel to it. That's so cool.
Now, let's take a look at what powers are wielded by this otherworldly lady, someone who has graced so many different factions.
Good. I'm a fire character following the path of nihility. I allow my team to deal super break damage before they break the enemy.
Okay.
Huh?
Using my skill, I'll unleash a gloomy zone. While the zone lasts, toughness reduction dealt by allies can trigger super break damage even before the enemies are broken.
Okay, so she's
also,
OP.
while allied teammates are in the zone, their weakness break efficiency will increase.
I need her on my
Sounds like she'll be
team.
a great partner for teammates who are good at dealing super break damage.
That's right. At the start of a battle, I'll automatically invite a teammate to become dance partners together. After either of the two dance partners attacks an enemy target, they'll additionally deal 1 instance of super break damage based on the toughness reduction dealt by this attack. After the other dance partner launches an attack, I'll also follow their steps and unleash a follow-up attack to deal bounce damage to the enemies.
And as the moon
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Dahlia sweeps onto her stage.
My ultimate applies every dance partner's type weakness to all enemies and lowers their defense.
Oh, in other words, Lady Constance and her dance partner would both be able to reduce toughness and fight with greater ease.
That's right. And the damage dealt by my ultimate will be distributed evenly among all enemies.
Here's another hint. The Dahlia's trace allows allies to increase their speed when they implant a weakness onto enemy units.
Awesome.
And if a fire character triggers this effect,
Yeah, her
they
claws are
even
really cool. I like her
regenerate
design.
a certain amount of energy.
Lastly, I will create a special dimension when using my technique. Enemies in the dimension will not actively initiate attacks against ally targets. After entering combat with enemies in the dimension,
Almost like
I'll
they've forgotten we're
immediately
there.
initiate the zone from my skill and deal
So, just going off of her kit, I'm guessing she works from the shadows. She likes to make sure that she stays unseen, which would, I mean, kind of make sense given the fact that we don't even know about her existence. She's been with us this entire time. Been around us anyway. Is Dahlia a mimetic entity like the Memo Keepers? I don't see why not. Since she kind of gave back the title, I don't know if that changes things at all. She could be. She could still be.
super break damage to enemy
Can
targets.
mimetic abilities
So
be
dangerous,
revoked?
yet so captivating. This combat style is truly fascinating.
Yeah, that's the magical allure of Constance. And now, it's time for a special message. Let's take a listen. Dear Trailblazers, version 3.8 will last for a total of 8 weeks.
Okay.
As such, this version's content will have additional adjustments.
Nice.
Firstly, in the newly added version event, Trailblazers can obtain tokens by consuming Trailblaze power.
Nice.
Based on the number of tokens, Trailblazers can obtain Stellar Jades and self-modeling resin.
Nice.
Tokens can also be used to win bonus rewards. And that's not all. Version 3.8 will feature the double reward events Laner Fisher, Rumble the Strange, and Garden of Plenty.
Nice.
At the end of 3.8, there will also be a new phase of Apocalyptic Shadow. Not
Nice.
to mention the 3.8 version banners are a little special.
Yes.
In version 3.8's first phase banner, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character, the Dahlia.
I will
The
be pulling for
limited 5-star
Dahlia.
light cone, never forget her flame, will also have a
Yeah, the
boosted
devs-
drop rate.
Yeah. I feel really bad for the devs right now. This very clearly was not something that they wanted, but yeah. It does mean we get a few extra rewards, and I'm glad that they're kind of giving us stuff. Yeah, they're probably working overtime times overtime right now.
Additionally, the limited 5-star character Firefly and the limited 5-star light cone, where about your dreams rest.
I've got them
will
both, so.
return.
Ooh,
Now,
actually, let me
version-
see something real quick. Want to take a look at hello. Hi, you. Okay, nothing crazy. No crazy revelations from Perlite Cone.
Never the limited dreams banner. The limited 5-star characters, Fugue and Ling Sha
I've already got
will
her.
simultaneously return. As with the
And I've
limited
got her.
5-star light cones, Long Road leads home, and Sent Alone stays true. And finally, due to the version extension, there will also be a 3rd phase banner.
And I will be pulling
This
for
banner
Aglaya.
We'll see the return of the limited 5-star characters, Galaya and Sunday, as well as limited 5-star
I've already got
light cones,
Sunday. I
Time
might pull for his
Woven
light cone,
into
though.
Gold and a grounded estate.
These reruns
For
were
more
not
details,
necessary.
Trailblazers
Yeah, they were.
should keep their eyes peeled for further informational announcements. Up next, let's take a look at other events appearing in version 3.8.
Sunday wasn't. Yeah,
And
I was.
now,
They had to pick
maybe it was a
someone.
long time ago, or was it a short while ago?
And they always pick people that have something to do with the update. It's not just anyone. They don't just pull a character out of a hat. It has to do with the update. It has to do with who they're
World
using.
Championship is about to begin. As a special guest, the Trailblazer will lead their own little chimeras as a chimera trainer and form a powerful team that will charge toward the championship. The mission of the chimeras in this Chrysos or Wu
That would have been
championship
perfect, but said she was. People said she was Japan inspired. Rappa wouldn't have been perfect because we hadn't met her yet at this point in the story. What does Aglaya have to do with anything Penacony, though? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
is no longer dealing
was
with
our first
daily
Remembrance
tasks in
character.
Akuma, but to defeat opponents in battle.
Pokemon.
But please don't be alarmed, everyone. We know what we're doing. We guarantee that no chimeras will be harmed in this competition. It's worth noting that the participants in this championship are the Chrysos Air heroes, and they'll help the chimeras in their own ways. The Trailblazer can invite the heroes as participating friends.
It's possible
and
that
every
Aglaya has
Chrysos
something to do with
Air
this
has
event,
their
and that's
unique
why.
chimera companion.
They do stuff like that too.
Through spending so much time together, the Chrysos Air's chimeras had developed personalities much like their trainers.
For example, this master cat thief who snatches away enemy chimeras the moment battle begins. She's clearly inherited Cypher's tricks.
They're so cute. I wish I could keep one. Oh, they're as cute as the origami birds. I'm gonna become a loyal fan of the chimeras too.
And more chimeras are waiting. After picking a trainer, you need to form a dedicated team for them. During combat, the
This is so
Trailblazer can
cute.
purchase various chimeras
I
from
loved
store,
the first event
having
that was kind of
identical
this style.
ones
I'm so
transfer
glad we're getting another one
experience,
like it.
allowing them to level up and become even stronger. There is also special equipment on sale that can be used to enhance your chimera friends.
Woo!
Build your ultimate team using each trainer's and chimera's unique abilities. Then set out to conquer the world.
Oh, splendid!
Apart from the tournament that progresses with the story, the event will also have a challenge mode where you can fight Chrysos Airs or your friends. The Trailblazer can actively initiate a challenge, or they can set up a defending lineup and wait for challengers to fall into the trap.
Together with the chimeras, I'll end all conflicts in this world.
Oh? Isn't this supposed to be a relaxing and laid-back event?
If your blood's already boiling and you can't hold back any longer, you can always try the event Remnants of Twilight. Within the Garden of Life, a strange scroll has surfaced. Its pages are filled with the epic legends of heroes who once stood against formidable foes.
Ooh.
Formidable foes immortalized into epics.
Is it our Chrysos
They
Air
never failed
friends
to
or the
make my
ones
heart
before
race.
them? I'd
The
love
event
to learn more
has
about
5
last
different
cycles.
combat stages
Last
with unique mechanics in each stage.
phases?
Some stages
The
will turn
Aeronova
characters into
Chrysosers.
merpeople to fight against the enemy, while other stages only need you to bring healing characters to ensure victory.
That's right. You'll probably have a hard time passing the challenges if you stick to your usual approach. For example, in the stage Synergy Duo, our characters must split into 2 teams and engage in simultaneous battles against the bosses, Dark Duelist and White Guard. If one of 2 bosses is defeated, but the other is still standing, the defeated boss will be revived on their next action.
In other words, we need to try defeating the 2 bosses at the same time.
If the 4-person team is split into 2 and fight separately, then the lineup also needs to change accordingly. It might be better to allocate a damage dealer for both battlefields.
Ooh.
That's right. The charm of this event
Miss
lies
Nias,
in how
yeah,
to
I
figure
miss
out a
Nias
breakthrough
and-
under this brand new mechanic.
And after you pass easy mode,
So,
there's also hard
Alexia.
and nightmare modes waiting for you.
Combat is fun.
Additionally, the Divergent universe will be updated in version
I'm not going to
3.8.
speculate too much, by the way,
Featuring new
as I
equations.
see you guys talking about it. I'm not going to speculate much too right now on like how they're going to handle the Edo Star situation. I know they're trying. And I know that whatever they give us, it will be their best. So I do trust the storytellers for the most part. Their executives, not so much. But I trust the storytellers themselves and the designers that are doing good work here. Whatever they give us, it will be their best. The best that they can possibly do. They love this story even more than we do. I'm convinced of that. You can't do what they do. You can't write out like the insanely in-depth details that they give us. You can't do stuff like that without absolutely loving your story. Okay? And so whatever they do, it will come from that place of loving their story. Okay? Whatever they do, it's going to be the best they can possibly give us. So that's what I'm trusting in right now.
Curios and weighted curios.
The synchronicity level cap will also increase to level 120
Yay.
with an exclusive avatar reward.
Yo.
And a brand new adventure
Oh, it's a
mode,
raccoon. I saw it.
Balloon Bonanza has also been added.
Oh?
Oh? A new mini-game?
Exactly. The main objective is to attack and change the color of every balloon on the field. Once they're all the same color, they'll disappear. The more rounds of balloons you clear within the time limit, the greater the rewards you'll earn.
Rappa will be great with
Doesn't
this.
that mean some characters' techniques will be able to attack a whole lot of balloons at once?
But that might also get rid of the right colors.
I can already see how flustered some people might get.
And of course, let's not forget our
Woo.
old friend,
The gift of Odyssey.
Gift of Odyssey.
Always present and never giving you up. Check in for
Never
7
gonna
days to
give you
get
up.
10 Star
Never gonna
Rail
let you
special
down.
passes.
And with that, our special program is fast coming to a close. In Penacony, where
Just the
sweet
artists and their
dreams
passion, but never the
end.
XX. Yeah, the XX
Many
veto a lot of
riddles
stuff that, like,
revealed in the
you look
tide
at
of-
like the early concept art for some of these characters. I won't say what I want to say here, but they look different. You know they do. It's the XX saying, nah, I don't think we want that, you know, for a lot of this. And also, I do have a friend who has been able to talk to the execs and like knows them, and they are all super. Sorry, not the execs. The some of like the dev team. They apparently have close contact with them, and they're super chill and fun people. But yeah, it's in 90% of the situations that fans complain about, it's the dev. It's the, why do I keep doing the Freudian slip? It's in 90% of the situations that the fans complain about. It's the execs who are at fault. But it's the writers and the designers and everything who catch crap for it, which is really bad. Just really sad. Right.
Memories, patiently awaiting the arrival of the Trailblazer. Let us follow Constance and rediscover the truth of the past. See you in the next program. Albert, clocking off.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Bye-bye.
All right. You got this. Star Rail Devs, if you ever hear this, we love you. Do your best. We got it. I'm sure we will enjoy whatever you put out. Even if it's less than we expect, we understand your situation. Please tell me I said devs there and not execs. I can't tell anymore. Oh dear. All right. Okay. That's it for me today. That's it for me today. I'm not going to do too much more. Let me get into my Minecraft world real quick. If you are new here, whenever I have new followers on Twitch or on YouTube now, I've gotten up to date, by the way. Whenever I have new people, what I do is I put names, like the usernames, into a book in my Minecraft world. And so at the end of every stream, I go into my Minecraft world and I put the names in the books. So let me just quickly wait. I'm gonna quickly go in and do that real quick. Wait, which one is my... All right. To anyone who needs to leave now, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for hanging out and having a good time. I am super excited for this update. I do think that the Propagation Glimoth Soldier is going to be Jade. And I've got a YouTube video about that. It should be pretty obvious which one it is because it's got Jade and it's got Propagation and it's got Glimoth in the thumbnail. And there's also a much older video about Black Swan being Mirror Princess and being the child of Anasrva. Well, I don't reference the child of Anasrva in that because we didn't know what they were at that point. But check that out if you want. Ooh. And yeah, real quick, let me do this. Sources. Wait, scenes. Gameplay. Sources. You're trying to send... Wait a second. Lee Bialo. I don't know what's going on. It's not showing any messages for me. Are they just not sending on your end? If you were using a bad word, like, sorry, not a bad word, a banned word, I would have still seen your message. It just would have been crossed out to let me know that it didn't actually send. I'm not seeing any of that, so I don't know what's going on. Yay. All right. Little tour real quick, guys. I've been working. I'm so excited. Look at this. Look at this. It's the Express. Guys, it's the Express. It's the party car. So here's this. Here's the parlor car. And you walk through here. Woo. We go down here. And here's the bar. I need to put a shush here. I need to do something about that. I need to put a sundae over here. And a little pom-pom corner over here. You can see I used Skulk for the ceiling. We go over here. Go up. And here is room. Here is bathroom. Here is bed part of room. I need to put the computer here. And the stuff over here. It's awesome. It's gonna be great. I'm super happy. I'm super duper happy with how this is turning out. The original carpet has like triangle shapes all over it, but they're really irregular. And so I had to figure out a new way to do things. It was fun. Bloop, bloop. How are you doing, Yanqing? Whoa. Let me grab. I figured out why Friend kept running off. I'm fixing the problem. I'm fixing the problem. He needed more space to run around. That's not the actual reason, but I won't tell you that. Woo. Eh. He's not here yet. Here we go. This is my Twitch follower book. Give me a second. Let's get to the right page. Let's get to the right. La 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 la. La la. Do 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 do. Where is the last? Trying to figure out. There we are. Hello. So, this was almost a month ago since I've put names here. But after this we had ADHD Bard, and I'll do YouTube in a second. Stream stress, and we scroll up. Still 29 days ago. Dreary Skies 1313. Yay Miko 26. Laguna City. Woo. Hey, thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying the theories. I'm enjoying making them. We scroll up a little bit. Go. Wait. Sheoth _1. And then after that, we've got a lot more YouTube than Twitch right now. Chalgreen Street. We've got Sesosi. How was the 3.8 live stream? It was really good. It was so many theories. So many theories. Accelerator 1 above all. Okay. Who was my next Twitch follower? It was Enanox. And then we had Akiyumaki. Rapper reruns never happening. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. I'm sure it will. Especially because there is just a tiny bit of implication that Rappa is also a child of an Ostrava that got yoinked and experimented on, or possibly grown from another child of an Ostrava's DNA. But yeah. There are some implications. Skylar Xerox, thank you for the follow. We're scrolling up, we're scrolling up. Larkayo. Mockingbird. Periwinkle. Fooly Child Rappa would be awesome. Yeah. If they've spent time building her up and they still have a lot of mystery surrounding her, they will pull her out again. They will. Who has time for gender? Preach. Oh my gosh. Looking suspiciously at all the pink hair characters right now. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so now we're into the stuff from this stream. So, Sylv, Bo, you followed during this stream and I didn't notice earlier. Thank you so much. Same with Xeno Nuggets. Thank you. And Weary Patron. And 22 Harmony. Thank you. Can you give me any ideas on my Honkai Star Rail based D&D campaign that I'm supposed to DM tomorrow? Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, if you're DMing tomorrow, That's kind of some short notice. I don't know. I don't know. I could give you the rundown of the 5 different planets we know and about 20 we haven't seen yet. So I don't know. I don't know what you need. There are a lot of people doing Star Rail based D&D campaigns, and it's really cool. I would love to be part of something like that. Like, genuine. I've only ever played 1 round of D&D though. 1 session. Waldo's Tacos. Wait. Yeah, Luis Fernand. 210. Zalix Excel. Recios Manulis. First session, my friend said the names were too hard to remember. Pfft, dude. Oh wait, no, that's Zenith's told me for a little while. Lenzo Ain. I will say that reminds me of. Do you remember like our first thing in Star Rail? When we first showed up on the space station, it was a little wild. I remember I was describing it to a friend recently. I've got a friend who I'm trying to get to play Star Rail, and they said they probably will. But they deliberately like threw so much information at us all at once. It was so overwhelming. Okay, just a second. Let me see. There it is. Okay, I found it. No! Not you. Okay. Would look on Twitter? Okay, just 1 second. New Star Rail post. Official. Wait, okay, just 1 second. Let me take down my window capture. Looking on Twitter, looking on Twitter. Where is it? They changed the DMs. I need to figure this out. Blah. Wait, let me just search Star Rail. Let me just go directly to it. Ooh. Oh, let me see. Delay compensation? Is that what you're looking at? Oh, hello. Stellar Jade, 1,000 Stellar Jade. Okay. We get 1,000 Stellar Jade. And 10 fuel. Express Crew is constantly working on version 4.0's game content as much as we've extended. Wait. In hopes to give travelers a better experience. Plan Arcadia. Okay, so that's the new name. Plan Arcadia. Pretty cool. I like it. Look at the second photo. Uh-huh. I see. I see. We've got some character silhouettes. And we've got Aha. We've got Aha's masks. Where is Aha themselves? Are they behind the curtain that's behind them? Or are they one of the silhouettes? Here, just 1 second. Let me... Yeah, I'm in a space where I can't get creepered. Okay. Whoa, hello. Hello. Okay. So, That's Sparkle, obviously. Oh, she's got a hat. Sparkle skin? New Sparkle skin, maybe? We've got Silver Wolf over here. We've got a character with bunny ears. I know there have been whispers about Yai Miko. Maybe she's here somewhere. We've got a character with a hat on. It's got like the Australian, like, one side up, kind of cool stuff. Got a character with a sword. I'm gonna assume that looks like Blade. Looks like Blade hugging his sword. And who is this? That thing on the side here makes me think of, what's her name? Vita from Honkai Impact 3rd. I don't know if they'd be bringing her over here so soon, but could be. Could be. Please, Sampo. Could be Sampo. Wait, which one could be Sampo? Could be this one. Could be this one. Who knows? Elation Gang. Okay. Let's see. We've got this. And we've got this. This looks a little bit like Bellabog. Just a tiny bit. It's cool. Wait, these are Express! These are Express! This is the Astral Express! Little balloons! This is balloons! I love it. Got March off camera. Got us. Got Dan Heng being Dan Heng, as usual. Silver Wolf. There we go. All right, I'm not going to scroll down too much longer. But, yeah. Wait, Sampo in the Honkai Impact 3rd crossover had a hat? Oh, wait just a second. I mean, I don't want to accidentally click into something that I don't want. Sampo, Honkai Impact 3rd. Where is your hat, sir? Where is it? Hat. Oh, okay, he does have a hat. It's not quite the same type of hat. It's not quite the same type of hat, but it could still be. Who knows? Who knows? That'll be awesome. Either way, I'm super excited. Hopefully we get a 4-star. Hopefully we get a 4-star. Giovanni also has a hat. I don't think it's that type, though. Can we see the hat? Nah, it's just a cowboy hat. It looks very similar to the one worn by Boot Hill. Mr. Rekka, maybe? Possibly. Don't know. I don't know. All right, let's keep going with this. La 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 la. Okay. Let me scroll up. I'm looking for where we left off. Okay, there it is. Okay. Found my place. There we go. I'm like having to go back through the heckin' what do you call it? Like the activity feed and find the right people. Here we go. Omni Edge, Scotty, and Kuroneko. There we go. Joe Fu, Cavill, Fantasy Artsy. And then we have Brian Octavino. I love people's names. They're so cool. Berlokius. Chun Maro. Thinking about this with someone else, but Mr. Rekka in the scene where he trapped us in the tape film gave off elation vibes. He definitely has some elation vibes. And like all the elation characters seem to be on some level aware of the larger plot of the story, and Rekka very much that is his character. So it would not surprise me. It could go either way, but yeah, it feels like that could very easily be something in his future. Ooh. Need Skrullum? Yeah, Skrullum. We need a Skrullum. I feel like, here's the thing. He's got a very, like, ornate design. He's a character who has had some work put into his design. There are two types of characters that have work put into their design. Playable ones and antagonists. I feel like he might be an antagonist in the end of things, but I don't think he'd be a willing one. I think it's going to have something to do with him going back to Adlevon, bringing Lygas's head back to Adlevon, and doing stuff. He might have something downloaded into his software, turns him into Rupert III. That would be tragic, but yeah. Wait, daily... Jingu? Daninus? Ooh. Okay, so this one I have to copy and paste because it's in Cyrillic. And I don't know how to do okay. Here we go. Okay, thanks for hanging out, Raph. I know Wolfie's in chat or was somewhere. I don't know if they left. I feel bad for not saying something if they left. Nighten. Lord Vessel. Triarch. Kin and Co. I'm super excited for a new planet. You guys have no idea. Doc. Cairo. Sharply. Fernanda Alanis. Wait, I'm going to copy paste this one because it has accent in it, and I want to make sure that that's in there. Darkham Girl. Lily XD. Linty Spark. MG Not Gabri. Manrique Costa. Shadowburn 3 Light Star, 3-star Lightcon with the Burning Film as well. Yeah. We have Lizette. Danielle. Kapu Yuan. Kapu Yan, not Yuan. It's not Jing Yuan. Oh. Okay. IXE. Kohi. Alenima. Blitz. We're in the ones from 18 days ago. Lurking. Josh Dawson. Jaden D'Souza. Woo! This is the boring part of stream, but it's important. I want to recognize you guys. It's not just that I want to like get new followers. I want to like give recognition to the people who are already following me and already like are here, and it's like you're important. You're part of the channel's history. SMC, Blade, IDK, the name of this tree. Scroll up just a little bit. Amano, Yuki, Teru, and then I don't know what username to put because I have no imagination. The fact that you thought to put that instead of any other username proves that you do, because most people would rather rack their brains than put something like that, and that is a mark of honor in my book. Prasanna. Manoharan. Relations worm. It's them! Ponnet. Ekamir Seb. Ulrich. Mac. Good people who put really long usernames and then we've just got Mac. Vivianwa. And then we've got special characters. I assume that's Japanese in the middle, but the rest of it we want to make sure we're getting all of them in there. Eee. Raw Wessam, thank you. Mizu. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. H. C. Hong. 411. Wags. George Morgan. Quay 17. Gabrielle. And this is another name with a semi-special character in it. There we go. And then we've got someone who used a different font. You? Here we go. Hello. Thank you for the sub. Rosie! It's you. How are you doing, Rosie? How are you doing? I have seen your DMs. I just haven't replied yet. A little busy. Okay. First name, last name. You guys are insane. Genuinely. Gazdi. Amigo. 1, 2, 3. Got a couple here. Copy, copy. You're freezing. Go! Get yourself a blanket. Get you a blanket, Rosie. Astral Arcana. Yusina. Guri. Pearl Angel. 09. Nathan Lavali. Anekamaru. Darren A. Do you know what my name is a reference to? A chair as well. It feels vaguely familiar, but I don't know. Need to remember to use my Prime on you more since I don't go on Twitch much anymore. It's totally fine either way. I appreciate it though. Andrew XD. Amran Santu. Space Monk. Ray. Hannah M. Rock. Shirok. 96. There's a bear in there. And a chair as well. Yeah, I don't know. Shira. Ralph. Edward. Lagazon. Okay, I'm gonna copy paste this one because that is a long name. Nothing wrong with long names. Just I want to end stream soon. Esther. That's cool. Annie. Station. Jack. Wait, is there a difference here? Okay, never mind. People with games and stories to tell. Nice. We go. Will. Can be. Okay, these are from 8 hours ago, so we are almost done here. Kevin Sukulanda. Thick lisps. That's kind of cute. If they're trying to say thick lips with a lisp, that's kind of funny. My mama. Rin. Jonathan Wigan. Planar Arcadia and Planar Ornaments. Potentially. Potentially. I mean, I don't see why not. The Alpha Max. Jack MS01. We go Sunny. Mogu-san. Got ciphered! Congratulations. You have received the cat. And now we're into the ones for this stream. Call Crow. And that's it. Alright. Here we go. Here's our stuff for this stream. Woo! 83. I don't know if I showed you guys what we are at currently. So let me show you. Let me show you. If I stand here and look. Ooh, look at that. Twitch followers. YouTube followers. And on YouTube, I'm only able to see the names of people who have their follower list public. And so there is a chance that you have followed me and you're not in the book just because I can't see your name. But if I can see your name, you're here. If you figure out how to make your stuff public, you feel free to unfollow me and refollow me because I will see it then. Alright. Alright. Okay, chat. I'm going to call it tonight. I need to go get some water because my throat hurts. I've been talking for a while and I'm going to work on my wiki pages. My very, very comprehensive Star Rail wiki that I really need to just chill about. Alright. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited for 3.8. It's going to be so much fun. I will see you guys next time, probably for the 3.8 update. That should occur a couple days after the update drops. That's how I tend to do things so that you guys have a little bit of time to play through it yourself and you can watch it with me without, like, spoiling yourselves or anything. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay kind. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to the YouTube people. We're going to say goodbye to YouTube. Bye, YouTube.